There's nothing more that screams neurodivergent mental health podcast than, whoops, sorry, we had to take a break for 6 months because a couple of us got burnt out. Welcome to We're All Just Faking It. This is episode 36. Today we are talking about where the heck we have been, what we've been up to, and our plans for the podcast this year. With us today we have Steph, Dana, Blaze, and myself, Braylon. So let's start off with how have we faked it either last week or in the last 9 months? Our last episode was July of 2023. So does anybody want to? I know it's so crazy.
I can't believe how long it's been. I swear our last episode was like maybe 2 or 3 months ago. Maybe. I have embodied faking it. I have gone completely outside of my comfort zone. I'm here for it.
I have as well. I really feel like I something like a pivotal moment happened last year. A woman called me or emailed me and was like, "Can you make a custom Notion template?" And at the time I'd never done that. And I was just like, "Yes, I do that." And she was like, "Okay, how much do you charge?" And I was like, "Let me get back to you." So that was a huge fake it that has opened a lot of doors since then for me. And it was very much like I don't know what I'm doing, but yeah, I'll figure it out.
Why did I not realize that that's what you got you into your Notion business?
Well, I was making Notion like digital products for download, but she had asked me like, "Do you make custom ones?" She found me on TikTok and I was just like, "Yes, I do." And I had never done that before, and it was really scary.
That's not true. You made your own environments.
It's true. Yeah, but I'd never like done a client call, to like figure out how to do all of that. So
how do you feel about it now, nearly a year later, with having like those? Because you've done more than one custom template, right? That's like one of your main services now.
It is, yeah. It feels great. It feels crazy. It feels very surreal. And especially like it's every time I get nervous when I'm like talking to a client, like I'm like, "Oh, I don't know. Can I do this?" Like, "Oh, so scary." And then I do it and it's like really fun. So, I think I've had 3 clients now, which isn't a ton, but I also don't advertise that anywhere. It's all just like word of mouth. So, yeah.
Referral business is best business. How about you guys?
Yeah.
I guess the past week I've kind of been faking it, mostly because I'm just waiting back for some information about potential jobs. But other than that, I feel like I haven't done that much faking it. What about you, Dana?
I don't really know anymore because like I feel like my whole life has blurred into just like faking every day. So yeah. That.
Hey, but you're on the upswing, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm like finally feeling hopeful about being alive,
Good. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
I feel like there is actually a light there and it's not just like me being deceived.
Well, yay. Progress is progress. That's good.
Yeah. Progress is progress.
Because I think we stopped doing this podcast because Steph got burnt out. And then we were all like totally fine to take a break. But then I also, coincidentally, Dana also got burnt out at that same time. So
put it from Steph.
I love how you phrase that. We're like, yeah, we decided to take a break. What really happened is I came to the ladies and I said, yeah, hey, I don't want to fucking do this anymore. This is not serving me. This is not fun anymore. I'm not having fun. I don't want to do this anymore. And they're like, no. You are burned out. This is not how you feel. You need to fix your burnout. We're just going to take a break. We're going to take a little breaky break. You don't actually get to quit this shit. You're stuck.
It was so funny because it was so obvious to like all of us except for you.
Yeah, it was not obvious to me. I was shedding everything in my life that was like causing me stress. And I'm really
Which was probably everything.
It was just about everything. Like very serendipitous. I stopped crafting streams. I stopped co-working streams. I like was barely doing art, was barely gaming. I still dealing with burnout now, but it was very serendipitous. I ended up getting fired a few months later, and I think I came back to our Discord, and I was a couple weeks later. I was like, "Yeah, hey, it was the job. Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You were all like, you think?"
Yeah.
Also,
I was like,
that kind of
"Thank you."
leads us into like, what have you been doing if you want to kick us off since July of 2023? What has changed in the world of Steph? You got fired.
So yeah, I got fired in October, which very funny story. But that was honestly, it was a pivotal point in recognizing how far I've come with my own mental health. The last time I felt like leaving a job, I was an insecure mess. I think we were doing the podcast at that point. Felt like I could never get a job. It was horrible mind frame situation. This one did not cry once. I was like, oh, okay, cool. That's fine. I was going to get out of my industry. I was going to get out of cannabis. I was fucking done. I was done. Then I got fired, and I had hired a career coach, and a couple days later was our first meeting, and I told him like, yeah, I don't want to work for any company. I don't want to do that. So instead of working project management for 2 years and building an agency on the side, I think I'm just going to start my agency now. And I did it. I did it. I'm doing it. I work for myself now. I am still very, very, very fucking burned out. And this is very hard for all of the reasons I did not anticipate it being hard. But I can do things. And this is not that big of a deal. And everybody sucks in the beginning, and no one's going to remember how bad I suck right now. So I don't know. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm fake. Holy fucking shit. I am faking every goddamn day. I sent my first like real consulting proposal last Friday, and like I stared at it for 20 minutes before hitting send. And then I messaged everybody that helped me with it, and I was like, I did it.
You gotta start somewhere. I mean, you're gonna suck in the beginning, but that's fine. That's part of starting something new.
You have to suck at something to get a little good at something. And it's been a nice reminder for all of the advice that I give other people to just fucking do it, to just fucking do it. Just do it. Just do it. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. Just do it. Just do it.
I mean, you could be a little nicer to yourself, but yes, I love the message.
I need it sometimes. You know me. I get in my own head. I overcomplicate the shit out of everything.
I think I had told you too, like, when you were like, should I do it? Since July of 23, I had started the Notion business in March, but I didn't start selling until June or July. So that's all new. And I think I remember telling Steph, like, you can do this. Like, you can without a doubt do that. It's not
so
going to be a problem.
Because like Rona's family's been telling me for at least 4 years that we lived out in Arizona stuff, why don't you just start your own agency? And it just doesn't sound like a thing that you can do.
Yeah, but you can.
Until it's like your idea, you know?
And you're doing it. Like,
I'm doing it.
You're doing it.
Like that's the fucking crazy part, is I'm doing it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you can't do it, Steph? Look at your calendar, you psycho, you're doing it.
I would say for me too, the other main things I've done since our last episode, I also work as an executive assistant now. I actually just signed my 3rd client. So that's super fun. I love them all. They're all like multi-passionate executive women who are just really cool. So it's really fun. And I get to help them. And then the other big thing is I have new hair, which I don't think anybody's seen. But the funny thing is I'm literally getting rid of this hair color on Monday. So this is the only episode you'll get to see. And then also we had like a Kindle revival in the Discord in July of not a revival. What would you call it? A Kindle
Renaissance.
I mean,
yeah, I don't know. Like 10 or 15 people in the Discord community bought Kindles. So like that was really fun. And I've been reading way more for the first time in my life. So
same.
I mean, since like 15 years. Like the last time I read regularly, I was like a freshman in high school. So
it's been a lot of positive change.
Yeah.
You also have a new Discord, like.
Yes. Yeah. No. Yeah. I have a whole ass new Discord community, so that's pretty crazy too. So yeah, that's what I've been up to.
Kicking ass, both of you.
feel like I'm falling behind. No, I'm kidding.
There's no timeline.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blaze, you were
Try
part of
telling
that
myself
Kindle resurgence, though, weren't you?
Yeah, I actually, it's funny. I never used to read as a kid. Like, I hated reading. You could not make me read. My mom used to actually bribe me with Skittles to actually read.
I
So,
love
I didn't
that.
know that. I didn't know that.
I was not a reader at all. The Kindle is what got me into reading.
For
So,
the first time.
yeah, that's
love
that's the only thing that's changed in my life since our
Well,
last
you
episode.
also have a book club as well.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up, but that kind of went hand in hand with the Kindle.
How many books have you read since you got your Kindle?
um,
Damn,
Like
you got to think about
12?
it.
I think
That's
That's
a
a
lot.
lot.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Amazing.
I don't
That's
keep
like
track of my
never-
books.
I mean,
I
do you
keep
still
track
have
on Goodreads.
Skittles? Do you still take a bag with you, Skittles? Just go for it.
Yeah.
I wish. I still
Every
love
page,
Skittles.
one Skittle.
You got to reform that association. Dude, I did that. What I would do, like school reading, you put the gummy bear on the paragraph. And then as you get to the paragraph, you get to eat the gummy bear. Great
Yeah.
motivation to get through that goddamn textbook.
My mom would give it to me like every 2 pages or something like that. So it wasn't
love
every page, but it was still a lot.
Nice. Is there anything else that you've done this year?
No, I feel like I literally have not changed a single thing. I'm still in my job. Nothing there has changed other than me applying to like 2 new positions, but that's
That's really exciting.
You
And you've been
started
pretty-
streaming
not
on
now.
TikTok.
Yes,
Yeah.
your TikTok has
Yeah.
done nice. Wait,
And
when
new
did you start
content, I
gaming
think.
TikTok?
I don't actually know when I started.
I need to know because
I think
I
it was
have been
around that
following your
time.
cozy gaming TikTok, and I go to that often to find more game recommendations. And
It's
I really
literally
wish
so
you would
good.
do more
TikTok
mobile
for it.
stuff.
I took a break for a couple of months and then I'm back to it finally.
I think we all know what taking a break for a couple of months is like.
I think we all know what that's like.
It's necessary though, right? Like it's a lot of pressure to have to continue. Like Braylon, you did it too. You posted 3 fucking times a day on TikTok
Oh my God,
for
I wanted to
months.
throw
and
up.
then it's like let's be realistic about our lives.
Yeah, I did. That's the reason I think that I had to quit gaming content, because I did 4 videos a day in June of 2022. And then I went on a week-long vacation, and then I came back and I was just like, yeah, no, this isn't happening anymore. Like, I took a week off and was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Honestly, I've looked at what you did and what not to do.
Yeah, no, it's great.
Kind
Please
of
let me be
decide
an
how I
example.
like content.
Yeah.
So, Blaze's first video was June of 23.
Oh my God, so literally right
Yeah,
around this
so
time.
yeah, that was right around the time. Wow.
June was a big month. Dana, what about
We-
you?
Yeah. So, like you said, I also ended up getting quite burnt out. I didn't realize it was burnout at first. I was like, oh, I just hate everything. And I was like, oh, my seasonal depression started really early, like in August. And I was like, damn, it's like really early seasonal depression. And I was like, oh, yeah. And then like it was still there. And I'm like, damn, the seasonal depression's like really bad this year. Like, that's crazy. And then I was like, oh, maybe this is just full-blown depression. Like, maybe I'm just like in the thick of it. Then I started getting like really bad health issues with like my stomach and like it was caused by stress. And then I figured out, hey, this is burnout. And then I was like, I thought I had like something actually like seriously wrong with me. And I had to go to the doctors and get like blood tests and stuff.
Yeah, your
And
heartburn? Is that what it was? Like
Pardon?
you had chest pains? Like
chest
heartburn
pain,
stuff?
heartburn, that was there for a while. Like I would have like a pain, but it like wouldn't go away. And then I had like a pain right here for 2-3 weeks solid.
Ugh.
And then like I went to like the pharmacy and they like gave me these like pills that are supposed to help like redistribute gas and things like that, and that helped for a bit. But then like it just kind of like was like
Came
a temporary
back.
kind of fix. And then like when I had the blood tests done, they were like, "Oh yeah, everything's fine. We think it's like stress." And I was like, "Great." So like
Lovely.
I have to deal with this myself then, basically. Thanks. So yeah, I am kind of like still very much in that burnout. I'm not as bad as I was last year, which is good because like I had like really really bad health issues, and that is like slowly going, which is nice because there was a point where I thought I'd done kind of like irreparable damage to my like body.
Oh, that's not fun.
Yeah, because like stress is no joke. Like people say like, oh, you get stressed, or like stress is really fucking serious, and like you need to take it serious. Don't like say like I would always say like my middle name is stress. Like I'm always stressed. Like I worry about everything. Like it's not a fucking cool thing to be stressed. Like it's not like
Something big happened at your job though that reduced your stress quite a bit.
oh yeah, we got rid of my colleague who was really bad at his job. Instead of doing like my job and checking everything that he was doing to make sure he was doing it properly, and then also fixing all of the mistakes that he made, I just did everything by myself, which sounds like it would be more stressful, but somehow it was less stressful because I knew what had and hadn't been done. I didn't have to recheck everything that had been done. So yeah, that did actually really help. Like I got to enjoy Christmas, which was really nice because I was really worried because like my eating had gone like really weird, and I wasn't sure I was going to be able to enjoy Christmas the way I always do, which is like overeat and like feel like, you know, shit for the rest of the day while I'm playing games. But I was able to do that, which was kind of nice. I was really worried I was not going to be able to eat properly, and I wasn't going to be able to like you know, keep the food down and stuff. So yes, I'm still in burnout, but like you said, like that really helped when we got rid of him. That was a really stressful situation as well. It was like every week having to be like, look, there's like 10, 15 mistakes a week that are just ridiculous, like not small mistakes, costing the like company money mistakes. Like, like this person's been here 9 months, kind of. This is crazy kind of mistakes.
I know that one of the years you were sad on Christmas because you didn't get like your mom didn't make something that you wanted. Did you get to have it last year?
Oh yes, that was the sweet, and like so we had this sweet. It was really fucking horrible. It was like pre-diced, but it was like a brown color. But then the week after, I was like, please, can you fucking listen to me? There's this TikTok trend where you put it in the microwave and it like you can, it's like mashed, like you just scrape it out and it's like so much easier than cutting it. And we did it and it was amazing. And now that's the only way we're doing sweet now from now on, because it's too hard for my granny to cook, bless her. Like
for everyone that's daft and doesn't know what sweet is.
It's rutabaga in America.
Okay.
I also don't think we know what that is.
A little more description.
I've heard of it. It's a root vegetable. It's a root vegetable.
What it is.
Yeah. So
it's just not very common.
You guys, it's known as yellow turnip, Swedish turnip, Russian turnip, and in America, rutabaga, apparently.
Okay.
I know what a turnip is. Result on Google is what is rutabaga and what should you do with it?
So you mash it?
So what we normally do is like cut it and then like you boil it and then like you mash it at the end.
So you make a mash.
We used to do, but now we like stick a load of fork holes in it, put it in the microwave for like 5 minutes, and then keep doing like 2-minute 50 like increments until it's like smooth
enough. It's like making a baked potato in the microwave.
Essentially, yeah. I think they call it the singing Swede because like of the noise it makes out of the holes when it's in the microwave.
Oh, that's really funny.
Nice. Yeah. Okay, so it's a potato substitute. I've 100% had rutabaga then.
Yeah, they use it in like, it's a turnip. Like we eat turnips. I just don't think rutabaga is a specific one that's like that common.
Which is fair. But yeah, I did get to have that. I'd say like I don't know, I'm still like in a depression, although we still haven't like fully come out of daylight savings, so I am like trying to be cautious of that. Like
still very much winter.
Yeah, but I am in like a better place than I was last year. Like I said earlier, like I can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Like I genuinely like was in the thick of it last year, and I genuinely didn't see a way out of it without like there being serious damage to like my health system or anything. I was trapped, like, to be completely honest with you. It's getting better, but it's gonna take a while, and I need to work on things, and have a look at myself and the way that I kind of do things. Like, is people pleasing worth it? No.
No.
Do we set more boundaries? Yes.
Boundaries are hard, but very worth it.
Boundaries are hard.
Like, I need to make sure I have lunch at a reasonable time. I need to not like leave work at like half an hour later than normal, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
I just need to put myself as a priority instead of like putting my needs always on a back burner to get stuff done, because that's how I've always been.
It's like you're giving yourself away to everyone except for you.
Yep.
Yeah, like we were talking earlier.
Now it's time to be
like,
selfish.
it's like we were talking earlier about what games you play. I'm like, nothing, because like I'm just too busy either doing uni work or stressing about the fact that I need to do uni work or just staring at a page crying because I'm just like, what the fuck does this even mean? Like, what is this? So it's like, take that time to like do nice things for yourself.
You're working a full-time job while
Yeah.
you're doing full-time school.
Yeah. Well,
Which is insane. That's insane.
Yes. You are a madman in a good way, but it basically it makes sense why what happened to you happened when your job was so terrible, because you already are like at your limit, right?
Yeah.
Anything else on top of that is just gonna crush you. But I will say, I feel like I've seen your spark return in the last couple of months, maybe since the new year, kind of.
I'm having more happy days than bad days slowly.
You're singing?
Yeah, I'm singing again. That's nice. I don't sing when I'm depressed. It's like a really weird thing I noticed the other day. I was like, hang on a minute.
Which you should force yourself, because it's such a
Yeah.
good regulation tool for your nervous system to sing, I learned.
And it's
Also
just like
humming.
something I've always done. I've like been singing since I was 2. Like, I love it so much. Like,
It's so crazy how when you're burnt out, you just like forget about everything that you love and that helps you.
It's so fucking dumb. You're like, hey, I'm super stressed out. Do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna stop doing anything that I enjoy doing. Hey, let's just do that.
It's the dumbest shit ever that your brain defaults to that. My therapist told me, because I have those days too where it's like I get to whatever, I block the time to do the not work stuff, and I'm so burned out I do not know what to do. And she's like, do whatever you did as a kid that made you happy. She's like, it doesn't matter if you feel like it's a waste of time. If you read a lot as a kid, go read your book for a little bit. If you like to do art and draw, go literally turn off your computer, go do that, because you didn't have a computer when you were a kid. Get that shit done. Yes, you gotta force yourself to do the things. I go sit in my car sometimes. I go turn up the radio and I just belt. Oh, I love it. I love just belting.
I think too, you have to like really make yourself not feel guilty for any of your choices if you're burnout. Like when I was burnout, some days I literally would have like a 10-hour screen time, because I would just come home from work, and from like 4 p.m. until I went to bed, I would just scroll TikTok. It's like all I could do.
Yep.
And the second that I started being like, wait, why am I making myself feel bad for this? If this is what I need to do, like I kept trying to fight it, right? Like I kept trying to be like, how can I fight this? And it's like, you just have to surrender sometimes to like whatever you have the capacity to do, like just do that. So I like started just not making myself feel guilty for scrolling TikTok for 10 hours. And then it helped my burnout a little bit.
Give yourself the same grace you give other people. Would you judge another person in this group for doing whatever it is, the thing that they're doing? Are you going to be like, oh, they took time and they played games all night? Like, no, you're not going to fucking do that. So go play some fucking games. No one else is judging you. It's in your head. That's what I try to do. I try to give myself the same grace that I give everybody else. I see someone playing golf at 2:00 in the afternoon on like a Tuesday. Yeah, that looks really nice. Good for them. That also means that if I want to blow off half of my Wednesday, no one gives a fuck. Nobody cares.
It's very true.
As why I was kind of thankful that we'd already kind of paused the podcast for Steph's burnout. That that we kind of already had because like I quit streaming. Not like
We
fully.
all
Like,
quit streaming except for
For
Blaze.
me,
Listen,
Yeah,
I have
Blaze
not
is
quit.
like, I feel
I'm
like
doing my best.
I'm so
haven't
close
made it
to
to
1,000
like,
followers.
praise
Like
Blake
it
for just being consistent. Like that's amazing.
it hurts how close I am to my goal on Twitch.
That's
We're gonna
amazing.
plug it. We're gonna plug it. I don't know where I'm pointing, but it's gonna be somewhere on this screen, somewhere. You can click the thing to go follow Blaze. You should. Honestly, you should. It's a good fucking time.
So Dana kind of touched on this a little bit. What games is everybody currently playing or not playing?
Do we want to talk about the games we're actually playing or the backlog? Because
The games we're actually playing. What are you
have
playing right
time.
now?
I genuinely do not have time for games. If I book leisure time, it's usually for art because that just seems to be the more productive thing to do, right? Toxic. But I play Noida. It's crank out a 15-20 minute run in between whatever, and I get my serotonins and go back to work.
I love that.
Backlog sucks.
I think that when we last talked, I was not playing Sims, and I've since started playing Sims again, which is really fun. It's so great to play a game and not make content for it. Oh my god. It's like a whole different experience. To just like, wow, I can just like play the game. I don't have to like film anything or take pictures of anything. And then
Yeah.
Blaze also got us into like a whole Animal Crossing thing revival
Yeah.
for a while. I feel like everyone was playing again. And then I
Rags to
recently got
riches.
I recently got this little handheld like emulator off TikTok Shop, and I have been playing Pokemon Sapphire.
Oh, fuck yeah. That's
It's been
awesome.
great.
I forgot I restarted my island. I was going to make content for that, and then I realized I didn't have time to edit fucking 4 hours of playing Animal Crossing, so that died. But I should maybe boot that back up or something and figure
It's so
that
much
out.
more fun just to play it though, without making content for it.
Yeah.
Way more fun.
Yeah. I might just go delete all that stuff and continue on my island.
When I
Do
make
it.
content for Animal Crossing too, 99% of the time I film my Switch with my phone. So it's just like little tiny clips when I would.
Yeah, I went a little bit fucking ham on that. Thank you for reminding me. I'm going to be adding that to my Notion to
my
book
gosh.
more Animal Crossing time.
What about
I'm
you,
kind of-
Blaze?
I was gonna
sorry.
say, speaking of Animal Crossing, I've been playing Animal Crossing, Pal World. I'm obsessed with Pal World,
Oh, yeah,
actually.
Pal World.
Everyone's like, it's a knockoff Pokemon, but not really. There's so much to it. It's so
way
good.
different. I've been watching
Yeah.
I wanna
Blaze
play.
play Pal World.
I want to play so fucking bad.
It's
I'm
such a
afraid
good
I'm going to
game.
get sucked in. It's like Baldur's Gate. I want to
Let
spend
it.
19 hours playing at a time.
Let
Not
it.
Yeah.
Let it
2
just
hours.
suck you in for a bit.
I'm trying to book another 2 clients. I don't know if I can do that.
You can take one day out of a week to play. One day.
But then I do art on that day.
Well, you can do both. Who says you can't do both?
My brain? I don't know. I will put it on the calendar and we will see what happens.
Block off the time.
Dana, what about you? Were you going to say something as well?
Yeah, I was gonna say kind of like Steph. I don't really have time to game anymore. But I play some mobile games on my phone every now and again. I have the like ball sort puzzle thing where you have like the colors and you gotta like put them all in so they're all into the right colors. And then I also have one where it's like shelves and you've got to like match the items to each other as well. I guess I just really need to like have organization in my chaotic world.
I love that though.
I also have jigsaw ones as well. It's just a jigsaw. I'm just doing a jigsaw. And then I have this cat restaurant game that I play called Snack Bar, and I really fucking love that game. I'm like on, I don't know, like stage 10 or 11, so it like gives you different themes, and then you go and play through, and you've got like 5 or 6 different types of restaurants, and then you hit the next stage and there's a different theme and stuff. And I kind of like that game because I can only play it for a bit, because then you got to wait for like, it's real time, like you have to wait for things to like make money and stuff, so it's kind of good to just and then like go back into doing stuff.
I'm far I don't want to tell you how far I am in that game. That's the one that I would just like waste and just rot until like 2:00 in the morning playing that fucking cat game. And then Cats and Soup. I love mobile games.
I literally stayed up so late last night playing Pokemon Sapphire, and I was like, I feel like a little kid. Like I was just like in my thing in my bed.
Reminded me that I had my off for like one of all the games, and then I was like, I literally got out my 3DS, but then I was like, it's literally midnight, I need to go to bed or I will feel like shit the next day. But I so want to play my 3DS now.
Yay, I'm glad I inspired you. It's so fun. Dana was gonna order the emulator off TikTok Shop, but then it was like not letting her because she lives in the UK. So she was like, well, I have this card with games for 3DS. Let's look at them and see what's on here.
Discrimination.
I want to watch your content on it, Braylon. If you have any content, I haven't been on TikTok lately. TikTok Shop ads have been so fucking ridiculous. Everything's a goddamn ad on that platform now, and I can't open it.
Do you know
anymore.
what my tip is if you're tired of TikTok Shop ads? Use your following tab.
Oh.
Don't scroll the For You page. You literally, if you're on the following tab, will not. Majority of people you follow probably aren't doing TikTok Shop ads. But if you scroll the For You page, it's going to be a lot of TikTok Shop. So yeah, if I don't ever want ads, I just go to following, and I'm like, all right, and then there's less ads. Yeah,
my following only shows me like 3 people.
Except
anyway,
just unfollow my old Fluffy Monkey account, because I do post TikTok Shop videos.
I watch your shit though. Like I will watch your videos, because I mean, like I feel like you're gonna be honest about the review, right? Like it's not good. You're not gonna be like, this is great, you should buy that.
No. Right? The stuff I request too, I'm very picky about the things I like request for samples, because I don't want to request a sample and like make a video for something that I don't care about. So it's like I'm looking for things in my house or that I want to wear or that like I want on TikTok Shop, and then I'll request samples. So it's like I would have bought this. So it's not just like, you know what, I'm not just like, oh, I'm making this video because I got this for free and I don't care about it. Like I've turned down so much stuff. People will email me, I'm like, yeah, no, I don't want that. That's like someone was like a label printer. I was like, no thanks, I'm good. I don't need a label printer. Yeah.
No. So. I do wish that we could give away like Switch games, because I did buy that new Pokemon Sapphire, like, or maybe I don't forget what it was. Whatever. There's a new one that they made. On Switch, and it's just the most boring Pokemon thing. Game? It's a remake of Sapphire, I believe.
They did.
Like
they made that for Switch? I thought that was for DS.
Yeah. No, they made it for Switch. I fall asleep playing the game. It's the same shit I've been playing for 20 years. It's the same fucking thing.
I don't think so that they made, because I would have. That's my favorite game. I would have known about it. Oh, but it's. Oh.
They remade it.
Oh, why didn't I play that?
Modern. I wish I could give it to you because it's boring to me.
It's not. You bought it digitally.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Trey does. And I'm always like, rookie mistake. Drive to GameStop, buy the game in a real cartridge, and then you can get rid of it if you don't want it. That kind of leads me to our next question. What is everybody like kind of into right now outside of games? Just like things in general.
Well, we know what Braylon's into. your Pokemon handheld.
Yes, which I literally got like 3 days ago. It's taken over my life.
Oh my god! I can't wait to see the content. I mean, mine's quick. It's just figuring out what I'm doing, learning how to have 5 jobs instead of 1. I want to turn a solid 7 into passive income. I don't know. I'm doing too much, so I don't really know what I'm doing. So.
What you're into work.
I'm into figuring it out.
I'm still trying to look up stuff about Pokemon Sapphire coming to Switch. because I like can't. I just can find like announcements, but I can't find like the actual like game stuff. I'm like, did they just like launch this so like
No,
under
it was
the
like
radar?
yeah, it was a year ago at least. Here, let me get my Switch. I got you.
Okay, that's crazy. Anyways, does somebody else want to answer too?
What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I think I've been like I've gone more into like my creative side that I'm into, like my nice things journal. I am like so into that and like scrapbooking, and recently I've just started like drawing things now. Um as well, and I'm kind of into like watching films from my childhood a bit more. I've recently started like the last 2 weeks having it where I don't go on my PC at all, and I use my DVD player, also known as a PS4, to watch like old DVDs, because I have so many DVDs, and I just kind of sit on my sofa, which I normally never use, and just like kind of leave my phone a bit more to the side. I check it sometimes, but like not as much as like I normally would. And yeah, then like this Thursday, I started drawing like things around my room as well, which was nice. So yeah, I'm also like binge watching TV shows. That's what I'm kind of into, and creating nice templates for my friends on Canva with goals and stuff. So it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I feel like every time we're in the Body Double channel, you're like scrapbooking or doing something nice like that, or organizing or doing your happy things journal or something.
Yeah, I
I
did
love the
like
scrapbooking.
4 pages
Or
yesterday.
Bluey.
This is nice.
Blaze, what about you?
I'm trying to think. I've mostly just been reading and playing games.
I would say you're pretty into Animal Crossing right now.
That just kind of is always there.
I feel like sometimes it's more than other times. So like your island right now is literally so good.
It's making me so angry right now, actually.
Is it?
Yeah.
Blaze is doing like a really nice tropical themed island.
To be honest, I've only been playing it on stream, which is why I think Animal Crossing isn't standing out to me. Because normally I play it off of stream as well.
Oh, you
But I'm
do?
not. Yeah, I'm not right now at all.
You're playing Pal World though?
Some, but not as much as you would think.
You played Mario Kart the other day?
I did. I'm not going to talk about that.
You know what, Blaze? It will never be as bad as the amount of shit that the Vronas talked to Braylon and Trey, and then got absolutely fucking bodied.
That was kind of
Braylon
funny.
and Trey are so
Bodied?
good.
we
Trey's
were
insane.
we were drinking. We were drinking. I thought Vrona was good too. No, we're not great.
I'm good at Mario Kart, but Braylon and Trey definitely are better.
You know who's really good too is Fox.
Yeah.
And also my sister Whitney. Do you guys remember when we did that Mario Kart tournament? I did it on stream and my sister came and played
Yes.
and we were just like battling it out for. She's really good too.
That's amazing.
I've finally stopped using auto steer. I see the light now. Everybody's like, you can't be a pro and use auto steer. And I'm like, okay, I get it. I've turned it off. I get the purple boost now. It's a whole thing.
You mean I actually have to play the game? No.
Yeah. Well, me and Trey probably had like, there was one point where I think that we played Mario Kart online like every day for like 6 months.
See,
Those people, when you play worldwide online,
Mhm.
like you are trash.
I
You
did
are trash.
that.
Even me, I play online. I'm trash. So it's like it will make
I
I
you
did
get better.
that with the Wii version. I played it every single day on the world, and I know I got really freaking good because I used to get first place all the time. So
Yeah.
I know I'm good. Now, with the Switch one, I have not played as much as I used to. So
And
I'm
you have
just
to-
not as good.
You have to get the maps down. Like you have to play a lot because you have to
Yes.
understand the maps, and they're just really 48 new maps. So like I'm not good anymore either.
When I played Mario Kart the other day in someone's stream, I came in, I was like, I haven't played Mario Kart in months. Guess who got first place?
Yeah, okay, because if you go play Mario Kart on a stream, guarantee nobody is going to be good. And I always feel bad. There was a certain streamer that I used to watch that I don't anymore that used to play Mario Kart, and I would hop in and then I would just feel bad. Like and then I would do a race where I like wouldn't drift the whole time.
Yeah.
And I would still get first place.
Oh
So
my
Yeah, I
stopped
got
doing
felt
that.
bad.
'Cause I just use like it's either I crush everybody or it's just not fun for me. So I stopped doing that.
That's fair. That's super fair.
Yeah. So usually we do a resolutions episode, but we didn't do that this year because we weren't doing the podcast in December. But we all still kind of have either like an intention or a goal or a plan or thought or something about this year. Do we want to share? And I can start if nobody wants to.
Yeah, no, please do, while I pull up the intentions that I said I would before podcast started and then for Gore.
Yeah, you're fine. So I have like a massive list of goals, but for 2024, like when I made it, we did like a goal planning in the Discord, and it was scary when I first made it. But I realized a lot of it I was already doing. Most of it is just like taking care of my health, prioritizing my health and wellness, because I still feel like I suck at that most of the time. And then doing a lot more reading is huge for me this year, which I have been. And then my big one is I'm going to try to make 100K this year, which I definitely think I'm going to do. I
You
should have
already
set my
did.
goal high. I mean, I'm hitting the metrics every month, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's the goal is maybe too low. But you
I
guys start
remember your
somewhere.
first update video. Your first update, you're like, yeah, so we set a goal for 100K and I just calculated what they did at the end of 2023 and yeah, we should have set that goal higher.
Yeah, I was literally like, but it felt
My
so
bad.
like it felt so big when I thought of it. I like had this idea. It felt so big, and now it's like, well, I gotta just be really careful. You just gotta be careful what you say, what you wish for, how you do things, because it'll
Well,
come
I
at
mean,
you faster than you think.
you could still spin it. It's when I tried to set goals. I set like 3 goals and then realized that I had pretty much like it's not really how that works, the 3 goals that I set. So I ended up doing intentions this year, but I set one of them for like net. So
Yeah,
it doesn't
mine's
really matter what you make gross because there
yeah,
might be
that's smart.
subcontracting or like expenses that you didn't account for or
Yeah.
whatever. You got to buy a new software. Like I had to fucking buy Adobe. That was like $700.
Ugh. Yeah.
But yeah, so you could pivot.
Yeah, what about you guys? Do you have any intentions or goals or resolutions for 2024?
I suck with goals. So I did intentions. I took my therapist gave me like a grid. So she's like, here are 8 categories that you can set intentions in. And she explained to me, she's like, the reason why I advise intentions instead of goals is because it's less pressure on yourself. If you set intentions and you are intentionally trying to be intentionally a certain way, you will naturally possibly achieve the goals that you're going for, I guess. So like, for example, professionally, one of my intentions was to be a thought leader. If I position myself as a thought leader in my industry for my agency, I will attract clients. That is a natural projection. And then I didn't do a vision board this year. I did a becoming board instead. I did a vision board style of who I want to be on a day-to-day basis. And I added photos that I already have in my current life that I like. So like photos of me sitting out in my backyard with my animals in the sun. Like that went on my becoming board. And the challenge with the becoming board is throughout the year, try to recreate all of the photos that you added to it. So then when you do your becoming board for next year, you have far more of your own photos and it helps you mindfully practice gratitude, right, for what you already have done. Recognize your progress. I like that so far.
I feel like
that.
I need to like talk to you outside of this episode about this because that sounds so interesting and so amazing.
I really like think that'd be because then you have to go out there and get the photos, right? You have to do the things that you want to do because you're
Yes.
like, well, I put a picture of me and my friends having a nice day. Like, looks like I need to go plan a hangout.
Yes.
Yeah, Dana, you have a lot of things written here. Do you want to share yours?
Yeah,
Oh my
so
god, your vision boards are gorgeous.
so I have a vision board on my phone. I'm gonna have a lot of notifications, so I'll just get rid of those. Which has got like
I love it.
I did the same thing. I set it as my backgrounds on everything. So
then I
smart.
created a physical one, and I need to seal it with like
Mod
PVA
Podge.
glue or something because it's like the stickers are like lifting. So it's not here at the moment. Otherwise, I would show you. It's like a heart shape, and it was amazing, and it's got a lot of things from my digital vision board. But I also have a goals and growth bingo board as well to kind of
Whoa.
of. So for my like just main goals, I've got like eat healthier, and then like ways I want to do that, like having snacks that actually make me feel fuller for longer and stuff, and eating
Do
less
you get, if you hit like a bingo, are you going to buy yourself something?
yeah,
Do
I
you
mean,
get
to
a
be fair,
prize?
any of my goals, I'm gonna buy myself something, like even if
True.
it's just
Good
like
point.
a new notebook. Like that the impulse spending, I'm like, that's my new when I hit
Reward.
goals, what I
Yeah.
buy. And then I have like exercise more, and it's literally just like 10 minutes a day or like 10,000 steps. Like find a movement I want to do. I don't want it to be like a hard and fast rule because I feel like then I'm more likely to fail. I want to increase my pay at work. I want a pay rise because I fucking deserve one. Like, you know,
Goddamn right.
have extra avenues of income would be really nice. Rest more, like take time for myself to rest and recuperate, have a better work-life balance, and put myself first.
I love that.
Yeah,
Those
and
are
then
all
my
really important.
yeah, my bingo board is like a lot more of that. It's like take breaks, work on healing my inner child, keep on working on myself, achieve like body neutrality would be really nice. Invest in hobbies, find an exercise I like, have a skincare routine, schedule more hangouts with friends, like just things kind of like Steph's becoming board, I guess, just things I want for myself. Like the end of this year, I want to say like, hey, I have a really good work-life balance, or like, hey, I'm really like doing well at prioritizing myself at them. That would just be really nice to be able to say that at the end of the year.
Celebrate the small wins as you go. I know it's far easier said than done. Far easier said than done. The only way I get reminded of it is in therapy. That was half my therapy session on Tuesday. She's like, no. We're going to sit down. We're going to recognize all the progress you've made because you feel like you're in the weeds. I don't know. Brains are stupid.
Yeah. Oh, and just to keep on with the happy days, I've got my 2022, sorry. I got my 2023, and I'm going to be having my 2024 happy days for this year as well.
Nice. That's a huge accomplishment.
Yeah, it's nice to have and to look back at like, you know, things I'm proud of myself for, or like things that make me happy. And it's nice to know that like, hey, you may have thought you weren't doing that great, but look at all these things that made you happy.
This is the first year I've ever tracked my goals, and I put it in Notion. And I made like a thing that tells like whether they're like measurable or more abstract. And a lot of mine's are abstract. Like I just have like read more. Like, and some people might be like, that's not a goal. Like, what does that mean? But it like, I understand what that means to me, right? So then I go in every 2 weeks or so. I have like a recurring task in Notion. It pops up that says like, just look at your goals. So I go look at them and I'll mark something as like needs attention. If it's like, oh shoot, I like kind of forgot about that and I haven't been doing it. Or I'll mark it as like, okay, this is in progress. I'm doing really good at this. And then they're kind of always like fluctuating, right? Which I kind of like. It's like this moving, fluid, what do I want to do right now? But I feel like over the long term of the year, like I'll have really achieved a lot. But one, it's really crazy how like the mindset shift. One of the things I did was for 2024 said I wanted to like strengthen the relationships between me and my husband's family. Because I always kind of just like don't like, I love hanging out with them, but it's like I'm always just like, oh, we have to go over there. And like, I just like kind of don't put on the best face. And I started switching it. Like when I put that goal, I was also like, okay, this is like an opportunity every time I go over there to like build that connection and foster growth and these relationships. And now I like really look forward to spending time with them. So it's kind of crazy how just like a little mindset shift can take you from having an activity where you're like, ugh, why do I have to do that? To like, oh, I'm actually like really grateful for this. It's a good opportunity.
I love that. And it does make me feel a little bit better that I'm not the only one that kind of feels that way. And it's like, I love my in-laws. I don't want to leave my house.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with them.
It's nothing to do with any, I don't.
So yeah, look at it as an opportunity for connection and see if it makes you feel a little bit better about going.
I do think your Notion, though, for your goals sounds like genuinely amazing and so helpful. Yeah.
It's pretty nice. It was like a really scary list, but I broke it up into categories. So if I don't want to look at the whole list, I can just look at like health or like business or personal life. And there's fun stuff on there. Like I want to get a tattoo this year. It's like I wouldn't do that if I didn't plan for it. Right? Those things just don't happen unless you plan. So I love it. I think I'll do it every year. And I'm happy to share the like table that I made. It's just a single table. Yeah.
I want to understand more about like your routine on checking in with yourself. Like, cause you have every month, like a little recap of what you did. Mm-hmm. I need to fucking do that. I need to do that now. Like, well, it's January. So like, I feel like I'm actually writing it down. Steph, Braylon, please show me.
Can you add my name to that?
Yes.
Blaze, what about you? Do you have any resolutions?
I feel like even since the start of the year, my goals have changed drastically just in the last month.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
Because if you had asked me like a couple of months ago what my goals were, I probably would have said just get a raise at my current job or something like that. But now I'm like, I'm in so much more of an odd position at this point where I'm like, I either get the role at my current company or move to a completely new company. And I hadn't been looking at all until I got reached out to. But now I think I'm kind of dead set that it's going to go one way or another.
It's kind of exciting.
It is exciting.
And then I want to move out of my apartment by June. I mean, that's when my lease is up. Wow. I've been wanting to do this for years, but I think if my cards are played correctly, June would be the right time.
Yeah. Everything's falling into place.
Yeah, hopefully. And then, of course, I want to grow the TikTok and Twitch, but
yeah.
Those are just secondary. I did not write my goals down anywhere.
I
never do, honestly.
Sounds like you've put it out into the universe, though, and that's all you need.
See, I'm trying to practice that. I'm trying to just put stuff out there.
This is what I want.
Hopefully, it lands somewhere. And then read more, for sure. Because I've kind of dropped off, but we'll get back to it.
Absolutely. It's man. I want to put like read more and stuff on like a goals and whatnot, but the reality is that not the only time I have to read is before bed, but that is like the easiest way that I can do it consistently.
I read before bed.
Yeah, some nights I get through, I'm not even fucking kidding, 2 sentences. Some nights I get through 2 pages. Some nights I get through 2 chapters. Some nights I look at the clock and it's 2:00 in the morning and I'm like, fuck.
We go to bed at like 10:30, so I usually will go to sleep at like 11:30. So I usually have a good amount of time in bed to read or play Pokemon.
Yeah.
Do we want to chat about the podcast plans for 2024? I'm
doing it.
excited. We're doing it.
We
We're back.
we
But
shook it up a little
A
bit.
little different. We
changed
did
it.
shake it up. We used to do 2 episodes a month, which I think is a lot. It's a lot. It was a lot for a lot of us, and it was so funny because when we decided to come back together, we had like a meeting to like, okay, let's just chat about everything, put everything on the table, and literally all 4 of us were like, 1 episode a month. And we were all like, yes, 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 yep, that sounds great. Like all of us were like, yeah, perfect, fantastic. So
Yeah.
I think that will ensure that we actually will get out 12. Well, not 12 because it's not the year, but an episode a month until we hit December or whatever when we take a break.
And that might change. It might hit in August, or there might be months where we
We're
have less
flexible, right?
going on. There's
Yeah.
gonna be months where we're like, yeah, no, I can't do shit this month. My bad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
And then I think we want to have more guests. So if you're
Yes,
listening
I
and
do.
you're out there and you want to shoot the shit with us and you feel like you have something that you could talk about or that we could ask you about, please reach out to any of us because we would love to have more guests on this year.
Don't
We
let it
also
deter you if
have-
you're like, I don't know what to talk about. Let's have a conversation. We will figure it out. You think we walk into this knowing what the fuck we're gonna? I don't fucking know. I showed up today. We'll figure it out.
We also have a forum for topics. If anyone has ideas for us of stuff that you would like us to talk about, we are open to suggestions. We might not take it, but who knows? Maybe we will.
And we are trying to revive the Discord. So
Yes.
we will be posting resources in there again as well. But if you have been wanting to chat with us, we now have forum posts for all of the episodes. And if you're a new listener and you want to go listen to old episodes and you want to have a conversation about them, we will all chime in those conversations if you start talking about old episodes in that forum. So we have made a channel for every single existing episode, and we will make one for all of them going forward. And it's super fun. If you've never done like a live episode chat, a lot of people will just be in that chat while they're listening to the episode and will be sharing their thoughts as they're listening. And it's really fun to like engage with other people. So definitely check that out as well. I'm so excited. I'm just so happy we're back. I miss this so much. It's so good.
Same.
Does anybody want to share a biggest takeaway from today?
Just thank you for not letting me quit this.
Yeah.
Thank you for having more foresight than I did at the time, because I had the match. I was like, no, we're good. We can just burn it down. It's okay. Y'all did not. But like I told you guys too. I'm like, you don't have to stop because I am dealing. Like, you can continue. That's fine.
We didn't even bat an eyelid. We're like, yep, no, that's not happening.
We literally all were like, no, it's fine. We'll just pause. Don't worry about it. She's like, how long? We're like, we don't know. Just take your time. We'll figure it out.
I looked at Vrona. I'm like, they're not going to let me quit.
It's like 6 months later, like, hey.
What's up?
And it was great. There's nothing more that screams neurodivergent mental health podcast than, whoops, sorry, we had to take a break for 6 months because a couple of us got burnt out. Like, if you were coming into this thinking that we were going to hit 2 episodes a month and be every single month and not deal with like depression and burnout, then I don't know what you were thinking, but this is real life.
We lasted like
what,
a
2
year and a
years?
half, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
we did really well.
We did really, really
Yeah.
good. What do we have? Like, this is our 36th episode.
Yeah.
Pats on the back for us.
Yes,
That's my biggest
36.
takeaway today, is that we're amazing and I love us, and I hope everybody that's listening feels the same.
And guess what? This is season 3.
Oh my god,
Oh my
season
God.
3!
That's
Season
right.
3.
Yeah,
So fun.
I
Does
think
anyone else
my
want to share a
takeaway-
takeaway? Yeah.
Both the way that you, Braylon, and you, Steph, kind of have your goals or your intentions, I think that is really interesting, and I definitely want to learn more about this. Also, it's kind of nice to just like I don't know. I want to say like find out what everyone's been up to, but I kind of feel like we already kind of know everything about what's going on with each other. But it's kind of nice to just still be able to kind of like talk about it, and then also like talk about our goals, because it's kind of fun. Like Blaze has some really amazing goals and plans for this year that I really hope happen for her. And Braylon, your business, let's hope you get to 1K, although no one's in any doubt that that's going to not happen. Like, we all know that's happening. And yeah, Steph, I can't wait to see what happens next for you and your business.
I'll figure it out. I have to remind myself at least twice a week that this agency is 3 months old and I need to fucking chill. Just if you could relax a little bit.
Does that word exist in here by how your
No
vocabulary?
I am so afraid that if I stop, I will not be able to start back up again. And that seems so silly, but like it is so easy to do absolutely nothing. It is honestly incredible that anyone
Is it
does
easy for you to do
anything at all.
nothing? I feel like you are the person who always says, I sit down to do nothing and I just want to work. Like,
Yes,
actually.
yes. Because I'm afraid if I do nothing, I will not start again. Like I had a sloth era. It was a thing. When my therapist told me, she's like, I think I figured it out. I've noticed when you start to dwell and focus on 6 months from now, the future, the unknown, what's happening, your burnout compounds. You need to stop, take a deep breath, enjoy the journey, look around at what you have going on and recognize you've made a shit ton of progress. You're going to figure it out. You always do. This is just a new job. You're 3 months into a new job. Would you expect an employee to know everything after 3 months? I'm like, yeah, kind of. She's like, in a not startup environment. I'm like, no. 3 months, you barely know how to set your password on your computer in a corporate environment.
I am like the total opposite of you, and I love doing my own stuff because in my mind, I'm like, at any point when I get tired of this, I'll just quit. I get tired of being an executive assistant. I file my clients. Bye. Later. And it's like, that is like huge freedom to me that you can just be like, I don't like this anymore. I'm doing something else.
Yeah, no, that is definitely something that I've had like in the back of my mind. Like if I don't like working with a certain client, I don't have to anymore. Like it's not my only income. So it puts importance, like I want to take a solid 7 and I want to turn that into something, but you don't inherently know how to do everything. So like I said, just chill. You're going to figure it out.
I feel like, Steph, you talking about like your sloth era and everything, I feel like you need to try to forgive yourself for your past mistakes and not keep judging yourself against what happened before, because I don't feel like now if you took a break you would do that. I feel like you're very much someone who is always like on the ball, and if you just took a moment to rest, I don't feel like that would then shatter everything you've worked on in the past like year. And also
it didn't. So a couple weeks ago on like most of Tuesday, pretty much all of Wednesday and a good chunk of Thursday, it was really, really sunny here. I basically sat in my backyard and did fuck all but get high and read for like
that's not fuck
days.
all.
That sounds lovely.
Well, I didn't do any work really.
Rest is productive.
That's
nice.
That's living.
Right?
You took that day and lived your life. And there's nothing to be ashamed about for that, because like
nothing fell apart.
You're doing the work so you can live, right?
Yes.
You were working hard so that you can take a day like that and do nothing. So like give yourself permission.
Work to live, not live to work.
Yes.
Oh, that's where I've been going wrong.
We're young. We're all very young. So we probably won't have Social Security or like retirement or some shit. So like,
here you are thinking about the future again.
Humans don't live that long. They really don't. Mortality has been in my brain. I'm already rickety.
That's a topic for another episode.
That's something completely different.
Steph, did you have any takeaways? Did you already share?
Yeah, no, just thank you for not letting me quit this. I'm really excited for this year.
Okay, me too. I can't wait. Does anyone else have anything to share?
No,
okay,
I think
awesome.
I've said everything.
Well, thank you everyone for listening into our first episode back and first episode of season 3. We are so excited and hope you found some value in today's episode. Join us on Discord to access all the resources mentioned in each episode, find your people, and newly episode chats. Come join us. We want to talk to you. Follow us on social media and tune in to our next episode, which we do not have a title, but we can't wait to see you there. Okay, bye friends.
Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.